Hi and welcome back. This is Jen from the Budget Bounce, and we are really glad to have you here. It's another beautiful morning here, and I just thought I'd take a couple of minutes to share with you some things that I've been thinking about as we've worked our way through this first month in our first written budget. First of all, while I've done this before, this is hard. Writing it down wasn't so hard necessarily, but following it and keeping to it, that has proven to be a little challenging. There are things that I have control over and things that I don't, and so it's the things that I don't that I'm struggling with a little bit. Not that I'm upset about them, it's just they surprise me, and I'd rather not have surprises through this part of it. But we are still in the discovery. And so, really this month was more about not that we are going scorched earth or anything like that. It's more trying to understand exactly what we're spending, how we're spending it, and why we're spending. So it's going to take us a couple of months to figure that stuff out. I can tell there's definitely an opportunity for improvement in a couple of different places that are pretty obvious and just everyday things. But there are other places where it's going to get painful. If we really want to do this and go scorched earth, it's going to be painful. I have a house filled with millennials. There are 3 of them. Actually, the youngest one might not be a millennial. He might be whatever's coming next. But I have a 16-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 22-year-old living in my house. So, yeah. Things like the amount of television and other entertainment things available, those are things that we're going to have to consider carefully when it comes down to all of that. There's also opportunity in our food budget and how we're spending that. And there are opportunities within possibly our insurance expenses and that kind of thing. So those are all things that I'm keeping in mind that we may need to take a look at. We're not going to do anything right away. This is more about, do we have enough to make it through? Because I didn't know the answer to that question when we decided to do this in January, when I was upset and feeling like there was never enough money. There's clearly enough money for us to live on. There wasn't enough money to pay all the debt. So at the point that I flipped my lid in January, I was afraid we didn't even have enough money to live on. That's how out of control things had gotten and how scary it was for me, at that point in time. So anyhow, I just wanted to share a little bit about our progress thus far and, share with you that we're all humans and we all make mistakes, and we all, if we're doing things the way they're intended, then we are learning from those. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now, and working with Matt and trying to help him understand what's going on, because by the way, I'm totally nerding out on this. I am loving keeping the budget and keeping track of it. And for now, I'm doing it daily because I have to. I can't possibly keep on top of it if I'm not looking at it every day. Hopefully later I'll only have to do it every few days. But for now, I'm looking at it every day, and I am not ashamed of that because I'm enjoying it. So anyhow, we will be bringing to you our budget report for February once the month closes and we've gotten everything recorded. And so you can see a little bit about what I'm talking about here. But just wanted to kind of give you guys some insight into our progress. At some point, you guys will get a chance to meet Matt. I'm not exactly sure which week that's going to happen, but his first attempt at a video was something that it had a lot of room for improvement. So I think he's wanting to do another one. So until we get that done, then you're just going to be stuck with me. But anyhow, I hope everybody's doing great. If you've had challenges in your budget this month, or anytime, if you remember what it was like to get started, I'd love to hear from you. We would love to know what, you know, that we're normal, because right now we're not feeling so normal, and any support that we could get on that would be great. If you have suggestions for how to overcome some of this, I'm feeling a lot of apprehension and that kind of thing about everything. Like everywhere we go, I hate spending money right now, and I didn't ever intend for it to get that way. It's more just like I'm constantly thinking about how that's going to affect that line item on the budget, and trying not to express that out loud to my husband, because he doesn't need to be hearing all the stuff that's going on in my head. So anyway, not that kind of stuff. It needs to be more constructive conversation than me being a worrywart. So anyhow, hope everybody's having a great day, and you know, we'll see what we have next to add to this one.